Welcome back. Our coverage continues on the ongoing protest at Columbia University, now extending a deadline beyond midnight when it comes to negotiations between anti-Israel demonstrators and school officials.
This after another night of anti-Semitic protests on the campus there. Remember, they have an open campus in the city, so it's on public property. Also, other college campuses across the nation, again, not just NYU, Columbia, in New York City as well, Yale, UC Berkeley over in California, also in Minnesota, and so on and so on. I want to bring in Paul Tice. He's an NYU Stern Adjunct Professor, Columbia alum. Professor, thanks for coming on. So you've been watching, as the rest of us here, really captivating the nation of these protests. They continue to escalate and spread like wildfire. You see video here from NYU, nearby classrooms there where you teach. You know this campus is different than many other campuses, again, in and around a public area in the city. For those that don't know, Columbia is private. It's closed off. NYU is different. So NYPD can respond differently to what is happening in and around NYU versus Columbia. Have you had any experience with these protesters? What has it been like for you?
Well, on Monday night, I was not teaching, although a colleague of mine who was down on campus sent me some pictures he texted to me. So the only real open space that you have on the Washington Square campus is right in front of the business school where there's a wide plaza. So that's the area that was occupied on Monday night. And obviously it's a public space. This was an illegal demonstration. There really is no free speech argument that you can make around this. I would say that if anything qualifies for hate speech, it's what was said on the plaza. But this is a straightforward illegal demonstration, and it should have been attacked more aggressively, quickly.
Professor, and again, not to give light to what these protesters have said, but just because we've heard from some outlets that these have been described as peaceful, and clearly video disputes that, but you were saying specific chants. What did you hear, and what was said specifically about Jewish students at NYU?
Well, if you look at the signs that were held up, there was the BDS argument, and again, which is, basically an anti-Israel policy that's been advocated for years. There were also those holding up signs questioning capitalism, but the whole chant, from the river to the sea, is an anti-Israel policy, which is promoted by Hamas. So there was clearly anti-Semitic, violent rhetoric that was said on that plaza, both by faculty as well as students, and then outside agitators who participated in it. So there's really no defense for that on a free speech or First Amendment basis.
Yeah, and you see police out there obviously making, and it's been reported, making dozens and dozens of arrests here, even having to use those zip-tie cuffs for those that do seemingly break the law in this area. Again, NYU much different than Columbia, but as the professor rightly pointed out, there's a difference with free speech and hate speech of what's happening in and around these campuses. We appreciate your time, Professor. Thank you. That's Paul Tice joining us. Paul, thank you.
Thank you.